Is anyone here? What did you find? You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Why I cannot see the screen? Elvin, you gotta show the screen on the other side. I do not know what am I talking about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, fellow viewers of Supernatural Confessions. Tonight is the two-man show. As you can see, there is myself and Joe.
What is it called, bro? What is it called? What show is it called?
Two-man show lah. Two-man show.
No. I said the thing is not. What show? It's the
Kim
Joe Kim show lah. Alamak.
It's gonna be a long an hour and a half for me, I guess, because I have to put out all this stupid shit with Joe. So, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there's two of us today or tonight. The show is gonna be Joe and myself, as we have the other two, whereby our familiar faces, Eugene and Sonia, have their personal issues to tend to. So tonight is just gonna be the two of us. So you're gonna expect a lot more. What do you say that? Bullshit. A lot
sexual
of bullshit.
tension. Oh, so sexual tension. Sorry, I thought you said.
Okay, ladies. Okay, so I just want to ask, how is everybody doing? If you want to tell us your day is great, put it in the comment. You want to tell us you hate your job, put it down in the comment section. So how's your week, Joe?
My week, it's been a long week. So it's I think my first week back after COVID from work. So the fatigue has left me. So I actually feel human today. So I'm feeling a lot better this week. But again, very busy, just going back to work. I just want to win lottery lah.
Win lottery, then don't need to work lah.
Don't to work. Then we can do SC every day.
Okay, wait.
Imagine every day you see my
lottery?
face. No, I haven't bought yet.
Yeah, you don't buy. Do you buy lottery like on a normal time?
Yeah lah, sometimes not all the time.
Sometimes. Okay.
Yeah. Imagine doing this to me every day, bro. You see my face every day. How? It's good, right?
No. Why would it be good? I don't want to see your face every day. Why would I see your face every day? Why would I want to see your face every day? Give me a good reason why I want to see your face every day. No lah, kan? There's no good reason lah. No, it's not good enough. Not good enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought maybe we go and just say some of the guys that have joined us. Again, usual suspects on YouTube. We have Night Owl, we have Goat, KK Heng, Oliver Yong, I imagine Merlions, Faith, a few new names today. Oh no, actually it's the usual guys. I don't know if I can see any new names. Angel Domestic Bliss, maybe I don't remember that name. Then again, I'm like, I've got ADHD, so when I look at stuff like that, I forget stuff. So apologies if I've forgotten. But Choi Lane, Jillian Fernandez, Perth represent, Nobody, Gary Chu, all the usual people. Welcome,
Yeah.
welcome.
Okay, on YouTube we have Misty David. Is that how I pronounce your name? Misty David. This is a new name. Didi, Dalton, Joel Go, Marc Abel, Imagine Lions, I mentioned already just now, right? Nobody, Frankie, Shamugam. Shamugam Kurasami. Very good show. I watch all the time. Thank you very much.
Thank you
Appreciate
very
it.
much,
Oh my
Shamugam.
God. And also the name I have to mention because every time when I want to reply to that person's comment, I will need to think twice because that person's name is Should I Start Suing Again? So yeah.
Huh?
That is
That's his name?
Yeah. Should I start suing again?
Oh, yeah,
Question
yeah.
mark.
Should I start suing? Okay.
Should I start suing again? Okay. Yeah, if you that is a question, you should all the time. Okay, so a lot of people have been screaming for jokes apparently.
Yeah.
Because last week nobody tell you guys joke, is it? Nobody put up a joke that
I think we wanted to, but then the joke's still not the same if it's not a Kim joke.
Okay. So it has
Must
to
be a Kim
come,
joke lah.
it has to come from my mouth lah.
Have to come from your mouth lah. Anything that comes from your mouth is very good.
Okay. So we're gonna do with one not dirty one first. One not dirty one first. Tonight, no Eugene. Nobody's gonna laugh at my joke. You better laugh at this joke. Barbie is always it's always the same. It's always the same face.
Yeah, it's a face it's like this. That's all you're gonna get, bro. Nothing else.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, the first joke for tonight. Oh, 5 minutes in already. We need to tell jokes already. Yeah. Hey, how come you don't ask about my day? I asked about your day. How come you don't ask about my day?
Kim, I was actually waiting for you to ask me to ask you about your day. So I'm gonna ask, how's your day, bro?
Barbie. Okay.
Don't worry, I don't care. Let's just move on.
Hey, shit. I want to say first. I want to tell you about my day first before we move on to the joke. Can or not? Cannot. Joe, see lah. That's why I cannot do live with you every day. Yeah, I cannot put up with this kind of stress lah.
Too much. This is too much.
Okay, I want to say that it has been a busy week lah. Actually, it has been busy for quite some time now. That's why like last week I wasn't around and this week actually like today also jam-packed. I need to rush back to set up all this live and whatnot. So it has been quite busy. And yes, for those asking whether Alvin is running tonight's show, yes, Alvin is running tonight's show. And Alvin is doing the system behind. He cannot show his face and his voice is because he has friends over at his house to do some stuff. So that is why yeah, just the two of us. Okay, somebody said, Fernandez said, you tell joke, we buy coffee. Okay, nice. Okay, I'm gonna look at the coffee page here and see whether it happened or not. Okay, the joke for tonight. Okay, the joke for tonight. Yeah.
What joke? Tell a joke. It's a bit on lag, lah. You go first.
Okay. The joke for tonight is there used to be a king that was 12 inches tall. He is a terrible king, but he is a great ruler.
I'm trying not to laugh. That was actually a good one. I tried to maintain the complete no look face, but I couldn't do it. Yeah, well done.
See,
bro, not bad, Okay.
Right, good one. Okay,
that was not bad.
Okay. Stick around, guys. It's gonna be. I try to deliver as many jokes as possible, because there's only the two of us, can. Okay, so put in the coffee link. The coffee link is all right on top of us. Buy me.
But speaking of which, if everyone wants to buy us a coffee, they can go to buymeacoffee.com/SC Friday Live. If you buy Kim and I a coffee, Kim and I will take the coffee for today. We're not going to share with anyone. It's just our coffee. Sonia, don't have to buy chai latte. Eugene, don't have to buy kopi peng. Just Kim and Joe. No, but I want to say thank you to everyone who has already, like I told you before, right? We've had two people who have already contributed prior to the show. We have Karina. And we also have Bray. They've contributed a few coffees to us. So thank you so much, guys. As I say this every week, right? That the coffee is just one way that you can show your support, but it's not the only way. Kim, myself, Alvin, Sonia, Eugene, the moderators, we just really appreciate it that you have come and shared your Friday night with us. When you come to the SC Facebook page, when you listen to the stories, when you share, that's how you show the love as well, guys. So we want to say thank you so much. We have a brilliant community, and I hope it stays that way. I just hope the community comes together and just supports one another, no matter who's going through what.
Yes, great message, Joe. Always comes in when I least expected it. Okay, so those. Okay.
Is that a joke?
It's not a joke. It's not a joke, right?
Sorry.
It's sincerely from me, sincerely. Okay, guys, those are asking for dirty jokes. We're gonna do the dirty jokes in a bit later lah. Cannot later. We're gonna start slow first, a bit of clean joke first, so that YouTube don't catch shit straight away and dirty jokes ban these people. So don't we start with.
But I got one dirty joke. Just a very very simple dirty joke. Very simple.
Okay, Joe.
Okay, I give. You must laugh, huh? Promise you laugh, huh? Laugh. Okay, laugh.
Yeah, laugh.
What's worse, right, than waking up after a party and finding a penis drawn on your face?
The penis drawn on your face is actually trace.
Yes, that's correct. Well done. Hey, why you know? Every day you look at dirty jokes, right? Basket. Can't even.
See lah. So you guys already have the dirty jokes already, Okay. How come I'm looking at the coffee page? No coffee coming, right? I thought I say jokes, then the coffee coming. How come no coffee, right?
Yeah. Why? Maybe at a lag, lah.
Okay. So Joe, tell us once again a reminder on what Eugene actually said about things that you should not do during Hungry Ghost Festival. Again, ladies and gentlemen, it is still Hungry Ghost Festival. It is still when the gates of hell is now opening up. So you remember what was the seventh thing that Eugene mentioned?
It's confess, right? CONFESS.
Yeah. What was it? I'm asking you why.
I don't turn around. I remember one. Don't turn around. Do not turn around. Do not sit in front of the Gertai thing, or is that included? Fuck lah, I don't know, right? Hey, this is like trauma for me. It's like when the teacher asks you like spot quiz, what is E equals MC squared? And he's like, fuck, I didn't study this last night. So you talk nonsense like, okay, the E is the movement of the planetoid, and then the gravity come in.
Okay.
Yeah, I fucking know. What's the C? CONFESS. What is it? Help me out.
Yeah. Okay. So once again, those who have missed it like last week, I'm gonna mention it again, There's 7 rules to survive the 7th month. The C is for when people call you, do not turn around. Okay. Then O is overnight. Do not keep food. When you have food that is left over, do not keep it. You can just throw it away because they believe that things will be out taking your food. Right? Nightfall is their time. Go home early. So do not stay out late. If you are now outside watching this live, it's time for you to go home. Okay? It's already nightfall. You should watch this at home. Do not watch it outside, please. Okay? Feet. Wash them before going home. When you got home, wash your feet before you climb on your bed, before you go do your other businesses, before you sit down and watch your Friday night live, go and wash your feet. Right, Joe?
Correct.
What is the next one, Joe?
I already said I don't know. Hold on a second. Hold on, wait. I'm scrolling through the site. Fuck you lah. I'm trying to find it. Okay, wait. I know it's coming up. You see, I'm horrible in cheating. That's why.
Then
all know.
Say excuse me so that you do not offend spirits. Okay, whenever you go lah, if you walk somewhere that is a bit eerie, or you think, there's a certain wind blowing here, but there's not supposed to blow, say, excuse me.
Excuse me.
Sleep with windows closed. So that very hard lah. If I'm Joe's teacher, I tell you, I high blood pressure die already.
That's what my teacher said. You're gonna give me a heart attack.
See lah. Okay.
What to do?
So sleep with windows closed so that the thing cannot come in.
What thing?
I don't know where Eugene find this lah, because hantu come in.
Okay, like I'm curious, right? So if you follow, so there's CONFESS 7, right? If you have kept in the last 1 week to any of these 7, give yourself 1 point. So if you don't turn around when someone calls your name, 1 point. If you you know what, if you sleep, if you keep food late at night, it's you know, if you don't keep food late at night, it's 1 point. So count all of it, right? Can you post on the comments how many points you have? 0, you're confirmed possessed. 7, very good. Hantu free. I'm just curious what people's scores are like.
Okay. So then the last one is what? S. What is the other S? What is the last S for?
Bro, I'm trying to scroll down. I still can't find it.
Weak. Okay, the last one is swimming during 7 months is forbidden. That's why we have our confession, right?
Swimming. Don't swim in 7 nights. What happens if you're training for Olympics? How?
As Australian, is it? As Australian, then probably if Singaporean, probably can lah. Because Malaysian, we don't have our athletes training for Olympics because of this lah. We don't let them train for during 7 months. That's why we never send swimmers to swimming part in Olympics. That's why. There's a lot of people don't know why Malaysian don't have a lot of.
But you know, Malaysia, right? You have a lot of longkang, a lot of like sungai, a lot of stuff like that. At the 7 month, do you see people swimming in there?
No lah, our longkang dirty lah. Why would people swim in there?
I don't know. It's Malaysia. Wow.
No lah. But during Hungry Ghost Festival, you can play badminton. That's why we got. that's why we got athletes sent in Olympic. That's why.
Oh, like that one lah. Oh, I know. Bloody hell.
But then, do you know that actually badminton is bad for us?
Why?
Yeah, because if it's called if it's good, then it will be called good minton.
Bro,
isn't that a good joke?
I will leave the podcast, bro, straight away. Walao, bro, why? Huh? You're correct lah. I can't do this every day lah. I can't.
Yeah, see lah. That's why I'm giving you a good reason that why you cannot do this. See lah.
So
it's a good joke lah. The guys, what's wrong with you guys?
Yeah. Only Saravanan Dena Dayalan says 6. I kept leftovers. No one wants to play my game. Yeah. No one else want to play my game. Alamak.
Yeah. Got the people play lah. Nobody play ah.
No one play my game. What to do?
What? How many points you got? How many points you got? Yourself.
So you say the first one. Don't turn around when someone call you.
Yeah.
Yes, 0. 0. What's the next one?
I see that. Now I gotta search. Okay, overnight. You keep food overnight, not? Okay. Nightfall is your time. You go home early. You go home early, not? Early is like
Early is what time?
10. No. Okay.
I still minus, bro.
Okay. Wash your feet when you come home. You don't wash your feet when you come home? What's wrong with you?
I'm wearing socks, ma. Why for? Wash for what?
When you come from work, do you change socks or not? You don't change socks also.
If the socks is clean, why change? Okay lah. I changed socks. What's the next one? What's the fourth one? No. 1, 2, 3, 4. What's the fifth one?
Say excuse me here and there. you don't say excuse me when you go to like places and you think like something is here. Excuse me, guys. No.
Bro, you know when I do jogging, right? Okay, not now because I'm still a little bit unwell. But I go through a very dark park. There's no lights, and then I go down into a wooded area. I feel stuff there. Sometimes my hair stands up. I've never said excuse me. I just walk past.
Okay. Sleep with windows closed.
Okay, lah. That one, yes, because it's cold in WA right now. It's like 10 degrees, so it's cold.
Okay, so obviously swimming also you don't swim lah because it's cold, right?
Yeah. Also because I got no swimming pool here. If not, I'll still swim. So two lah.
Okay lah. Also, I think Eugene have to put these 7 rules to survive the 7 month in Singapore and Malaysia lah. Doesn't apply to
nowhere
Australia.
Yeah, nowhere else.
Nowhere else. Okay, actually for all of this, I think I got 7 lah. I got 7. Wait. Nightfall, okay lah. Maybe not so early lah. Not so early. Sometimes I come back a bit late. I wash my feet. I say excuse me. I don't go to these kind of places. Even I jog under the lights. Yeah. Nothing, nowhere dark. I don't jog when the sun is down though. Because I don't like to jog when the sun is down.
Oh, really?
Yeah, because it gives you a certain feeling of like, I don't know the person running in front of me. Is it a person or the person running behind me? Is it chasing me or not?
I feel it's the best time, even though I have actually, as I said before, I have felt like a certain place in this area that I walk to. Whenever I pass it, even if I'm not like consciously aware of it, yeah. I just feel all the hairs on my back to stand up in this certain area whenever I jog past it. Summer,
but you
winter,
you always do the same path.
Yeah. And I like jogging at night because no one can see me half dead. That's the reason why I like to run. No one can see me half dead, so I run at night.
No one can see you struggling lah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like what someone says here. Juvi, apex predator doesn't say excuse me. Exactly. Why would does the tiger say excuse me to the deer that it pounces on? Does a snake say excuse me to the frog that he eats?
I thought you said tiger. I wanted to ask you which tiger is this?
Ayo, which tiger? Kim. Cannot go to Thailand with you, lah.
Yeah lah. I thought you said tiger. When the tiger eats the deer, I'm like, which tiger eats a deer now?
I have Angel of Domestic Bliss on YouTube says, once I jogged before Azan Subo, just by about 10 to 15 before Subo. Yeah, something ran my mum and I. So I think something ran at or ran with the mum.
Or ran behind, behind. Something ran behind.
And then,
there's behind. See.
Okay, as Kim and myself go through today's show, can I encourage people to actually maybe write in some of their 7-month experiences and what Kim and I will do, and even Alvin. I'll ask Alvin to maybe keep an eye on some of the stories, and we will maybe read some of the stories out as well. Because this is going to be 2 of us, man. Or not, it's just going to be me and Kim talking shit the whole night, and we don't want to do that.
Yeah. So you guys, if you guys have like stories that you want us to read out, it's either you can put it down in the comment. You can put it down in the comment. You can put it in Facebook if you're watching this on Facebook. And okay, so I think we can get to the first confession first, and then we'll talk about that. And so, ladies and gentlemen, before we get to that, once again, if you guys think that these people don't worth my money to get coffee from me, can you at least please like and share this out? Thank you very much. Okay. we will play the first confession. Then we will talk more about it. Elvin, are you there, Elvin? Elvin. Now this is an issue now. When we want to play the confession, then Elvin's not here. Elvin, we need to play the confession, Elvin.
I've been rolling dice lah.
That's right.
Okay, maybe in the meantime, I want to say that thank you to Chewy, TC Code, Joel Go, Alsatian, Adrian Chua, Joseph Tay, and someone for buying us coffees. Thank you so much, guys. We will put those coffees to very good use. Very much appreciated.
Wait, there's so many people bought us coffee already, is it?
I think it's the jokes we're telling, bro. I think they really like my jokes.
I don't know whether it's
not your jokes, bro. Not jokes.
I don't know whether it's your joke or my joke lah. I think it's mine lah. I think it's mine.
Always think it's your.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, you gotta wait for us for a while because we are still looking for Elvin to play.
Elvin.
Technical difficulties. Elvin. Okay, Elvin, play the first confession. So, ladies and gentlemen, here's the first confession. Elvin, take it away.
The White Savior by Ali Mushtaq. I've always been able to see things since I was a child. Now, with my chi at a low due to a recent bad divorce, the shadows, the darting across the empty space, the hiding behind the corner has been more frequent and obvious. My pet dog notices it, and since I have gotten used to it, I have to call him over, sometimes pulling him over and carrying him to calm him down. However, 10 years ago, when this matrimonial infidelity began, there was no pet dog. I did forgive, but never forgot, and would indulge in my best friends, Jim, Jack, and Johnny, the good stuff. Heck, it could have been Choya for all I cared, to help soothe and ease and smooth out the pain. I have seen this girl in white around my previous residence in the northeast of Singapore multiple times, to which I paid no attention to. Drinking on my balcony on a high chair, I was past the sober stage, but I did not care. The good stuff somehow eased the pain I was feeling. The location and the chair I was sitting at was unstable, and the more I drank, the more unstable I became, and there was a great danger of me going over the top. This was in the wee hours of the morning, and what happened next was foggy. The girl in white happened to appear in front of me. For context, I lived in the middle level, or the middle story of HDB blocks. Getting a shock, I fell, only waking up when the sun was up and bright. Groggily and hungover, I looked around and realized that I blacked out for a few hours. I had fallen down and had a really, really sore head inside and outside. Picking myself up off the floor gingerly, I saw the unfinished bottle and single glass of the good stuff on the high table. Seems like I fell backwards into my balcony and not over the railings down the side of the block. Realizing only then I could have fallen over the railings, I tried to recall my last memories, and I remembered the girl in white. Could she have saved me?
We can read some of them.
Okay, so I think this one, Elvin also switch back. Also, don't tell us how to do show like this.
What to do, bro? I think he said to apologize to everyone. He went to have a beer and then he
Okay, Joe, would you like to tell us what do you think about the story first?
So the whole story is about this guy being able to see something before, right? He's got like a third eye, and then he drinks at a balcony. And then he wakes up in the next morning, and finds himself passed out on the floor. And he has this kind of memory or belief that the ghost kind of saved him from falling off the balcony. So when I was listening to the story, I was going, I thought the balconies in Singapore usually have the grill.
They do.
Right, to have a grill. So maybe the grill was open, or he was like in the outside of his house. So I wasn't very sure. But yeah, when anything with alcohol involved, passing out and sleeping, you know where my mind's gonna go, right, Kim? You know exactly where my mind's gonna go, right?
Okay. I guess one point is that you missed out is actually, yes, there is balcony, but the confessor actually mentioned that he has like a high table, high stool at the balcony. So anytime he can actually, when he fall, instead of, he will knock on the balcony, he would instead fall over the balcony and. But then also I have a question now. Why would you have a high table and high stool at a balcony?
Yeah, that's the worst thing to have. I mean, myself, I don't like heights, right? So why would you? Yeah, I mean, Sarah Dana Dayalan says not all balcony has grills though. Okay, so I'm just remembering my time when I was living in Singapore in Ang Mo Kio. We had a balcony as well, and there were grills on it. But I think granted, you could actually open the grills. So maybe this is what happened with him, right? Maybe it's a very hot night. He sits down, opens the grill, have a bit of breeze flowing through. He can put his hand on the balcony and kind of look out. So maybe that's what's happening.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
KK Heng probably read my mind. He goes, alcohol intoxication. That is something that crossed my mind. Maybe not so much the alcohol intoxication, but rather alcohol, like being drunk, intoxication, together with passing out and together with having a dream. These things could combine into one, because alcohol, people tend not to hallucinate with alcohol unless you drink vast amounts of alcohol. You might not remember so well. You might think that things happen in a certain way, but you don't get very drunk and then suddenly see Pikachu flying in front of you. Do you know what I mean? People don't hallucinate that way. So I'm thinking that this guy probably just had this whole.
Joe, what happened?
Can anyone see me? No one can see me now, but can people hear me?
Yeah, I don't know whether they can hear you or not.
Can you make a
but
shout out if you guys can hear me?
Obviously, I cannot hear you. I cannot see you, but I can still hear you. Okay. Can hear. Okay.
My voice is going through. Okay, that's fine. So you see, this is what happens. You see, this is what happens with Alvin. I say he berak, he sabo me. Now nothing on screen.
Very hard to do show just the two of us. Some more he want to do it every day. See that's why I say cannot do every day. He don't believe me.
What to do?
Okay. So, while we are waiting for Joe, are you gonna fix your camera or not?
It's my okay. I'll be back.
Yeah, I think it's a Pikachu lah. It's a Pikachu that took out the camera lah. Like Saravanan said lah. Okay. So yeah, hantu lah. So while we are waiting for Joe to fix the camera, I'm gonna read one of the comment that actually posted by Angel of Domestic Bliss. Joe is back now. Okay. This is the story whereby you went jogging with your mom, right? I think. So Angel of Domestic Bliss actually said, my mom and I thought there was an actual person behind us, as the walking sound behind us sounds very fast-paced. The pathway is quite narrow, 6 feet or so. Hence, my mom and I walked side by side. We are already making the path full. My mom went behind me and tuned, and she said there was no one behind us. So yeah. Oh, okay. But Angel of Domestic Bliss here say, this did not happen during 7 months though. It happened just after Halloween, 3rd of November, 2021. Okay, I wanted to check though. Angel of Domestic Bliss, again, I do not know what happened to Joe's camera. He came back on for a while, then hilang again.
Okay, I'm back. I'm back here. I'm sorry. Okay, just before you continue, weird thing, right? I completely charged my camera just now, and it's also got like a charger going into it right now. It's just completely drained of battery.
Remember the seven thing that you are supposed to do?
But I didn't swim. I didn't swim. Maybe Alvin can help out by maybe putting a photo of me. Oh my god, I'm probably gonna regret this. Just putting a photo. Could you maybe you can put like a photo of like a really handsome guy, or like an apex predator, like a tiger or a lion.
Tiger lah, tiger.
Don't put tiger. Don't put tiger.
Okay, so do let us know though, the Angel of Domestic Bliss. Do let us know, where did this happen? Is it in Singapore? Is it in Malaysia? Or is it in some other parts of the world? Saleh Dean also said, my 7-month experience happened when I was a kid. I got high fever and my right leg became swollen. Went to a healer and she claimed maybe I stepped on a dried candle, causing me to offend the gods. Okay. But he said not sure how true the healer is. Okay. Interesting stories.
Not bad.
Yeah. Okay. So see you guys.
Yeah. What's your take on this, Kim?
On which confession? The one that Marc narrated.
Yes.
Okay. I do. Okay. I don't want to say, because I am the only person who represents Team Hantu now, right? I don't want to say. Yeah, I don't want to say that it's entirely because of alcohol that he starts thinking otherwise. but I want to put in the nice part whereby I think probably it's a guardian angel or a guardian spirit that actually helps him, that maybe kind of pull him back to actually fell down on the floor instead of on the road outside. So yeah, I think that should be that would be my take lah. I mean, yes, okay. My logical mind, it's kept going back to the part where I think that it's just alcohol, because the confessor actually did not mention other stories or other things that is happening in the house. It's not like he keep on seeing this lady in white or this white thing that travels around in the house and whatnot. That is not the story. He only see like maybe just once, and then after that, chun the part whereby he got drunk and then he fell on the floor instead of the balcony or over the balcony.
Didn't he say? Maybe I've read a different story and I'm getting confused. But didn't he say that prior to all of this happening, he used to see stuff in the house? Oh, wow. You see lah. You see what happens?
Yeah lah.
Exactly. Yeah. Yeah. Wow.
Okay.
For those who are on Spotify or listening, on like iTunes or something, yeah, how to say? Alvin has replaced my feed with a picture of a guy that is less buff than I am.
Okay. So this is less buff than you are. You are buffer than this lah.
Exactly.
Okay lah. Nice lah. Okay, so yeah, guys. Just now somebody actually said I will donate to you, and also when one of us take off our shirt, right? So yeah, Joe already took off the shirt already. So make sure the coffee come in, huh?
Exactly. And not only that, I spray a little bit of water on it, so it looks like I'm sweating a little bit.
Yeah. A bit like. Yeah, cool. Correct. Sweating a bit. But I do not know why do you take photo with flowers and
Kim?
This is your backyard, is it?
Can you please stop looking at my naked chest? Stop staring at it, Kim. I can feel your eyes, your dirty eyes roving around my body. Disgusting.
You are disgusting. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going go back to the story lah, huh? I do feel that I hope that this is a guardian angel watching over a guy that is going through a heartbreak lah, huh? Because he said he went through a divorce and whatnot, and then he keep on. Did you say that just now? He keep on seeing this lady in white at home.
He's been seeing, from my memory. Maybe I'm just imagining things, right? But from what I do remember earlier on in the thing, before he talked about the marital breakdown, he had seen things out of the corner of his eye, or seen like images or like apparitions. I don't know. Do you remember him saying that?
He did say that he keep on seeing other stuff.
Yeah.
But not the lady in white though.
Yeah.
Right,
I wonder if there's a connection.
Oh, okay. I'm not sure whether there are any connection though. But I will go with it's a guardian angel lah. What do you guys think? Those watching, listening to the stories, what do you guys think? Is it the lady in white has any connection to the story, or is it just somebody that is, or some entity that happens to be there, but him getting drunk, fall on the floor instead of over the grill, has nothing to do with this lady? What do you guys think?
Faith Akara 84 says he saw stuff, but he's seen lady in white a few times before. So this could potentially be either like maybe you're right, Kim. Maybe this is like a guardian spirit, a guardian angel. That, should I start saying again, suggests that he's actually, there's this thing that keeps following him, or is attached to him, that actually is protective of him. Maybe not so much like a guardian angel with wings, but perhaps something that's attached to him, maybe a spirit of a loved one or something like that, that is just kind of following him, perhaps.
Okay, so let's put it in a wider discussion, huh? So you do think that there is a possibility that someone to have a guardian, not to say a spirit, or just it probably just someone, a loved one that sticks around and protect him. Do you think that is possible?
Yeah, because I've heard stories of, I mean, you always hear stories, right? Like, oh, when my grandfather died, I still feel his presence around and I still feel him protecting me. You hear a lot of stories. And you also hear stories of people who've been through, like, accidents or walking down a very dark street at night, and then suddenly they they get this voice of their dead grandmother says, "Don't go down that alleyway." And
Okay.
suddenly, and then they see someone hiding behind a bin or something like that. So I do think that I do think that there's certainly a possibility for me that loved ones can sometimes stay attached to us. Now, I don't know what the theological like implications of this, right? Because Muslims will say that's not your
Yeah.
loved one, that's a jinn, because when you die, you don't linger on. But then
Mm.
other religions will say, oh, you know what? Um, yeah, we kind of believe that when you pass away, your soul, gets reincarnated straight away. And some will actually say that, yeah, earthbound spirits can happen. I
Mm.
I tend to believe the latter. I think that if there's something really strong keeping you here, I think you stay on.
Mm.
And
Okay.
love can be a strong thing that keeps you here. Hate can be a strong thing that keeps you here.
Mm, okay, okay. Oh, so you think that all the stories that you see, like for example, the existence of Miss P, the existence of all these other entities, is because their vengeance, the feeling of hate is so strong that they eventually came back as a evil spirit. The same thing can happen whereby
Hmm.
if the feeling of love is so strong, actually that person can also stick around to actually take care of the person that he or she love. Is that what you're saying?
I agree with that. It is what I'm saying, but I think with things like folklorish hantu, typically you know your hantu stuff, right?
Yeah.
Perhaps people are interpreting what they're seeing as a pontianak. So basically, you go jogging, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you see a woman in a white dress standing by a tree. What does your
Yeah.
mind go? Pontianak, right? You go, oh, there, I saw a Pontianak.
Yeah.
Someone
Yeah.
who's in that cultural system will say that, but
Mm.
perhaps it's not. Maybe that's just a wandering spirit. I think things like Pontianak, Orang Minyak, Toyos, all these folklorish spirits. I think that there's something else.
Oh, okay.
What I don't
Uh,
know.
okay.
Are they a class of beings that the Muslims would say, like jinn, a different class of beings that just mimic?
Mm.
Are they elementals? Are they personifications of people's fears? That one is
Mm.
who knows? I'm uncertain.
Mm. Okay. Huh, okay. So the question that I asked just now was, what do you guys think, right? So faith, wait, this is, yeah, Faith Akara. Is that how I pronounce it? Right? Faith
Faith Akara,
Akara.
yeah.
Yeah, Faith Akara say, it's guardian angel. Jill say, just drunk. Should I
Hmm.
start suing again? Say it's a guardian angel. Saladin say he's just drunk.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's quite 50-50. Yeah, Choi Elaine say alcohol. Let's see. Yeah, should I start suing again? Say I used to see a lady in white in my old house when I was very very young. Woo! Nobody else can see except me. Should I start suing again? You need to put in the confession. I think. Right.
One
So
thing, the people on YouTube
yeah.
are very story focused. The people on Facebook are just talking about my beautiful picture. they I think the Facebook is the naughty part of the class, whereas the YouTube part is the sit down, listen to teacher, let's talk about ghosts. You see, there's a place for everybody. There's a place for everybody in SC.
Yes, yes, yes. There's a place in. Okay, I want to pick up this one. This one is actually quite interesting.
Okay, 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 okay.
Ashen Firebird. Ashen Firebird says, I heard a story on Reddit where someone's grandma passed on instead of the child. The grandma said it is not the child's time to go yet, and she went instead. Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Have you heard of a story similar to this?
Not about the grandma like going in the child's stead. I've heard stories where when someone dies, or when like they clinically dead, then they enter the tunnel, right? And just
Okay.
before they enter the light, they hear the voice of an angel or a loved one going, "Go back. It's not your time." But I've not really heard of, a loved one almost like sacrificing themselves so that their other loved one gets to stay. I haven't heard that before.
Yeah, I've never heard of that part also. Maybe I should go and look for this story. Okay. Elvin is saying, I think it's Elvin. Elvin said, donate now if you want JDC to remove his pants. Then Die for Candy says, I'll donate now. Kim will pay. No, I will not. I would not pay for this. No.
Do you know why? Do you know why Kim won't pay for it? It's because Kim already has the pictures.
No, I don't have the pictures.
Yeah.
Nope.
And
Not
also,
me.
remember in that photo of me standing beside the flowers looking very manly, what makes you think that I'm wearing pants there? Elvin's only shown the safe for work version of that photo.
See lah, that's why. I'm checking on the time lah. The time now it's 10:44. We only do show for 44 minutes. I felt like it's already 2 hours and a half. This is
Wanna go
going to
home
be a
now?
long night lah. Long night lah.
Hurts my feelings, bro. Hurts my feelings.
Elvin, okay. Elvin, are you there? Elvin. Okay, guys. So I think we're gonna go to the next confession now. Next confession should be about. See, I also forgot about what is the next confession about.
I don't worry. This one I know. This one I know. Very well.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh fuck! I lost the thing.
See lah.
Okay. The next confession is about the story of a maid and the employer. Basically, the employer is getting some nightmares at home. So I'll try this. Elvin, take it away.
Did the maid know by D? Okay, here goes my story. My partner and I finally had a relaxing weekend after the chores of moving and then down with COVID. While we were relaxing and catching up with Netflix, my partner's helper, let's alias her Monica, spoke to her about something while I was left to the TV device. After a few scenes of the Netflix movie, my partner returned to watch the movie with me. It was only after the movie had ended that my partner divulged Monica told her of a vivid nightmare from the weekend away. Monica relived her nightmare, describing that she dreamt she was chased by a lady entity in white. This lady in white was frightful and had an air of malevolence. Monica could not outrun the entity and she began to tearfully recite a few verses of the Buddhist scripture as the entity started to gain onto her. The scriptures aided Monica to give her reprieve as the entity seemed to slow down and allowed a growing distance between Monica and her pursuant. Having this relief in a nightmare, Monica woke up in cold sweat and decided to go to the bathroom and wash her face. While she didn't put much thought into the nightmare she had just encountered, Monica would soon realize that she should have done some cleansing. She went back to sleep and her nightmare resumed, with the lady entity in white continuing her pursuit. Frantic, Monica recited the same few verses of the scriptures in the dreamland while fleeing from the entity. Somehow, Monica jolted and woke up, and she scanned the room for the clock. It is now close to dawn. It was past 1 a.m. when my partner finished telling the story. Both of us treated the story as a possible double nightmare with the same theme and just brushed it off. I prepared to head home for the night, and just as I was slipping on my shoes, I encountered a buzzing in my right ear. Feeling that something was amiss, I looked at my partner and told her I felt a little off. She immediately caught on and asked if she should spray 大杯水 in the house. She collected the empty spray bottle and refilled it with the bottled water. As she proceeded to spray, cleanse the kitchen area, I could see that she jumped slightly in her skin, turned to me and gestured that she felt her hair stand. She threw me the spray bottle and I indicated to her that I will continue with the spraying. At the exact moment of stepping into the kitchen, I felt a slight chill up the back of my neck. onto the top of my head, coupled with a feeling of dread. I glanced around and did not spot anything. Nothing. Zilch. It was just that cold, clammy feeling. The kitchen lights were turned on previously before we had attempted spraying the house. My partner was rubbing her arms like they were feeling cold, and she was in a sweater. We didn't say a word out loud about what we had felt. There were 2 windows in the kitchen that looked out to the back of the apartment. I stood there, briefly planted for a moment, and scanned the outside for anything, if not something. While I can say that I did not see anything, I was feeling this sensation that eyes were on me. I composed myself and continued with the spraying in the kitchen and then around the entire house. I ended my action phase at the main door. By then, both of us felt a little less hair-raised and decided that whatever we encountered moments earlier had dissipated. My partner and I only spoke about this in the morning. It was truly a chilling experience.
Having on Birak.
Oh my god.
Are you laughing at my picture again?
No, I'm not. I'm laughing at the Alvin lah. So kesian lah. Alvin want to enjoy also very hard lah. I still have to stay and work for Friday. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you have heard of a story from D that narrated by Desmond with the scary photo lah, huh? Okay. So I'm gonna go first on this one.
Please.
This one, I felt that this one is really a wandering spirit. But the cool part about the story is the maid actually sensed it first. Because the maid experienced like nightmares and whatnot, right? Nightmares being chased, if I'm not mistaken, nightmares being chased, and then the maid told the girlfriend, which the girlfriend after that told the confessor. Then confessor actually used 大杯水. So a lot of some people are asking what is 大杯水. So I am also not very sure. So I saw the comment was 大杯水 is actually a League of Angels Singapore say blessed water. KK Heng say 大杯水, some sort of Taoist holy water.
It's not Tausa power.
Taoist lah, Taoist, not Tausa power lah. Okay. Okay, guys. 大杯水 is different with 忘情水. 忘情水 is another type of 水. This one, Joe won't find it funny lah.
No, I don't. What is sui?
Sui is water.
Oh, sui.
Sui, yeah, sui. Okay.
See?
Oh my goodness. So and after that, confessor went to spray around the house with the 大杯水. 大杯, the 杯, is it compassion? Is it compassion? That 大杯 is compassion? I think so. I'm not so sure because I can speak Mandarin, I can speak Chinese, but I cannot read, cannot write, so I don't know that 大杯 is because the same pronunciation is actually for 大杯 as in big cup. 大杯 is so big, it can be big cup.
Oliver Yong goes big compassion.
Big compassion, see, okay. That I think that 杯 is 慈悲. Is that 慈悲, right? Is that compassion? And
big compassion and big cup.
Big compassion and big cup. Yeah, that 大杯 can be big compassion and
or big mercy.
Big mercy. Okay. So imagine you go to temple and ask for 大杯水, then people give you one big cup of water instead of the compassion water. And you go back home, then you spray it around. How come things are not working out? Oh, this one is just a big cup of water. Okay.
Different.
Yeah, different. Somebody is asking me whether I'm having a flu. Yeah, today I'm feeling under the weather, so I do not know what happened. Okay, but hopefully it's not COVID, nothing bad. Okay, so I do think this is a case of a wandering spirit whereby something ended up in the house, but the maid sensed it first. then the confessor went to spray around, and then I do not know what is the ending of the story though. I do not know whether the thing is actually solved or not.
What solves?
As in, did they actually get the thing out of the house, or actually when they sprayed and after a week things start happening again, or after they spray then nothing happens again?
Yeah, I think the story just kind of like ended there. It didn't go further.
Or maybe it is still happening, so they do not know whether the wandering spirit is still there or not.
If that's that person's story, can you maybe mention in the comments and if that kind of occurrence is still happening, or maybe even if you've seen stuff, because that's the big thing for me, Kim. Like, I know there's dreams, I know there's feelings, but the other perspective, and I'm gonna take Camp Joe and Camp Sonia here. People having dreams where someone is chasing them is a very, very common occurrence. I think the majority of nightmares that people have is of something chasing you, right? So having that kind of dream, especially chased by like the figure of a woman or ghostly figure, I don't think is too uncommon. And secondly, what got me interested was the fact that they both felt cold. One or the both of them felt a drop in temperature. And if you've been in the paranormal field for a long time, you know that changes in temperature are usually associated with paranormal activity and with batteries draining. Okay, but there's nothing happening in my room. Don't worry. So Hanjay goes, but Joe, the same dream twice? Yeah, I used to have a recurring dream where I was chased by a serial killer through a two-story house. I used to have this dream when I was young all the time, and I think you can have the same dream twice. As my explanation for, well, maybe not mine, but an alternative explanation can be for when people feel cold, right? And most people go, oh, you know what? It's a paranormal occurrence. In the absence of instrumentation or something happening physically, like maybe seeing your breath or seeing ice covering something, what can happen is if you are fearful, your body can go into a fight or flight response, and that can result in changes in your body's temperature. So what can happen is if you're very fearful of something, you can actually get very cold, or you can feel that the things around you are very cold. Have you seen movies, bro? When someone, like, you've seen these American movies, right? When someone kena langgar by a car or go through some form of trauma, they put like a blanket over them.
Yeah.
So that follows the same chain of thought, that when you are experiencing something quite scary, your body temperature can drop. So you can actually feel like things are very cold, right? Because for me, nothing overtly paranormal has happened there. They might have a sense of something, but a real skeptic will go, well, maybe they're both kind of feeding off one another.
Oh, okay. So you think that all of this explanation, whereby the dreams, the feeling cold and whatnot, these are all scientific explanation behind why feeling cold, why the recurring dream, right?
Yeah, and it's attribution error, right? You have things happen in close vicinity to one another, and also when especially if you've got like a really strong belief in ghosts, so you believe in ghosts, right? You see these things happen in close proximity to one another, you start grouping them. You know what I mean? So, for example, you have a dream of being chased. Suddenly, Joe's bloody camera goes off, and then you hear something scratching at the door. Suddenly, you start putting all of these together and go, you see, it's a pattern. It's a hunter happening. Where this might just be things that are happening in isolation to one another, and not necessarily linked
to one another. Okay.
Yeah.
Action Firebird here asks, blanket in the movies, is it usually due to the characters getting hypothermia?
Not necessarily, because sometimes they happen in like in summertime or something like that, right? And it's the whole idea that, well, it's a couple of things. Firstly, it's people feel cold because when you go through shock, people do report feeling extra cold, right? Secondly, having a blanket over people can be quite calming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like when you go to sleep, even though it's hot, sometimes you just want a blanket over you so you feel protected. So that's the idea behind having a blanket on you as well.
Okay, so this one I want to ask, this is out of the normal discussion that we usually have. When you sleep, right? How do you usually cover your blanket?
How do I cover my blanket?
Yeah.
Or how do I cover myself?
Yeah, how do you cover yourself with your blanket? Sorry.
Okay, I usually like to cover my entire body head to toe.
Head to toe.
So my head's inside the blanket. And
your head is also inside the blanket.
Yeah. Because you see, because I've got apnea, right? So I sleep with a machine. So I've got so breathing's not a problem. But sometimes, I know this is very weird, and I've only recently, maybe this year or last year, started doing it. I like to dangle my foot outside the bed. I don't know why. You know how people don't like it, right? They say if you put your foot outside the bed, the ghost will come and grab it and pull you underneath the thing. I like that. I like the feeling of my foot dangling in space like that.
Only recently,
like last year, this year. I don't know why. I used to be petrified of the dark. I used to be petrified of what's underneath my bed. Now I just stick two legs out, one leg out. It just feels nice.
Okay. So for me, right, I cannot sleep if my feet is in the blanket. I cannot sleep.
Yeah, really.
I have to have my feet outside the blanket, but they don't have to be dangling out. Outside of the bed or just in space. No, but it can be on the bed, but I have to be outside of the blanket. I cannot sleep when I covered my feet with blanket.
So if it's aircon, how?
Aircon, I sleep with aircon.
So the leg must be outside.
Yeah, leg must be outside. I must feel the cold.
Really? Okay.
Okay. Faith here says, Kim, you 1.9 meter tall, no blanket long enough.
That's true. Yeah. Kim is a freaking giant.
In a way, yes, but I can still use two pieces of blanket to cover myself, right?
You need to use 2 pieces to cover yourself. I'm laughing with you, bro. I'm not laughing at you.
Yeah. Okay lah. So I want to know is because somebody pointed out and say it's weird. Why do? I actually asked a girlfriend, Shaz. I actually asked Shaz.
Hold on a second. Be very careful what you just said. You said I asked a girlfriend.
I asked my girlfriend. I said my girlfriend.
No, you said and then you said my. I'm pretty sure your girlfriend's listening on Facebook. I think she heard me finish after this. Mati lu.
Please Joe. Please Please. We are getting older. We should not have so much drama in our life. We should keep life simple. Whereby got time, we play some game. Then if tired, we go to sleep. Tomorrow get up, go to work. Friday sit down, do live. That's all. Okay, please.
I text her, bro. I text her.
Okay. My girlfriend actually pointed out saying that why do you like to keep your feet outside the blanket? I say because it's comfortable like that. Is it not? I felt that it's comfortable. I mean, it has been like that since I was young. Because all I can remember all throughout my whole life, I need to get my feet outside the blanket. If somehow my late grandma or my mom covered my feet with my blanket, it will poke up after that.
Really?
Yeah.
It just come out.
Yeah. I don't know the sound.
No, not the sound. Because people can't hear me, right? They can't see me do the hand motion, so I need to punctuate it with sound. Come out.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm not exactly 1.9 meter tall, I'm not exactly that, but I am very near to that, actually. So yeah. Okay.
Guys, when I first saw Kim, oh my God, I didn't expect him to be so tall. He was tall. I wanted to slap him,
but you couldn't reach.
I couldn't reach him. Hey, Hey, bro, we've got a story here. We got a story.
Yeah. What's the story?
We got a
Before we move
story
on to our Know Your
by
Hantu.
it's by Bray, right?
Bray. Come on,
Yeah,
Bray.
one of our recent new SC family family member. So Bray goes, recently my neighbor knocked hastily on my house door right past
Okay.
midnight yesterday, mentioning that his pregnant wife suddenly went hysterical. So I went over to see what I may be of assistance to, and he got shocked. Apparently, the wife was having bloodshot eyes and was looking straight into his eyes, laughing hysterically. When he was
Wow.
given permission, he scanned and looked around, and apparently he saw the apparition of a penanggal at their room window, which the wife was staring at. I did what I was supposed to do, I think, do some prayers, and it took me quite some time to come to the end and ward it off. The wife was eventually back to normal, but was so weak that an ambulance had to be called. So for those of you who don't know what a penanggal is a ghost from Malay folklore, Indonesian folklore, where it's just a head floating in the air, with like
Entrails.
the entrails and the like the throat and all their kind of like internal body parts floating together with the head.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That is one creepy story, man.
Yeah.
Where is this Bray? If you're listening to this again, Bray is commenting on Facebook, I believe.
Yeah. He's
Okay.
on Facebook. That's correct.
Yeah, Bray. Where is this happening? Is it in Singapore as well, or is this in Malaysia? Do let us know. Yeah. Okay. Hopefully the neighbor's wife now it's better lah. Whatever condition it is to be picked up by an ambulance to sent to a hospital, it's not good news lah. Okay. Joe, shall we go to the next?
Let's go to the next one.
Next one, Alvin. Can we go to Know Your Hantu for this week, please? Alvin, take it away.
Her wailing and shrieking can be heard from miles and is believed to be the omen of death. For this week's Know Your Hantu, we would be uncovering a Celtic supernatural spirit known as the Banshee. Contrary to the common held belief of the modern day, banshees are not malevolent spirits who drag their victims to the grave. Their existence are traced back to them traditionally categorized as fairies, and their name actually meant fairy woman. According to tradition, banshees are female fairies believed to foretell the death of a family member, and only those related to the deceased will be able to hear their loud shriek. In Ireland, banshees were believed to only warn families of very ancient Irish lineage, sometimes clarified as surnames prefixed with O or Mac, and some accounts even state that each of this family has its own banshee. There has been, however, different descriptions on how banshees really look like. Most would likely to portray her as having long, flowing hair with red eyes due to continual weeping, wearing rags for clothes, while some other accounts describe something a bit more menacing, a shrouded woman crouching underneath the trees. There are other depictions on Banshee's image, depending on which region are you from. Some mythology claims that they are a returning spirit of a family member. If a young and innocent member passes away from illness, violence, or tragedy, she returns as a Banshee. And if she liked her family, she would come back in the form of a beautiful young spirit who, instead of wailing, would sing melodiously. However, if the passing hated her family in life, she would return as an old disfigured apparition that would wail, indicating someone she despised is bound for death soon. Modern experts believe that myth likely stems from traditional keeners who were women that would sing a lament very loudly at funerals by profession, while some skeptics believe that night owls would create similar shrieks at night that might be easily mistaken as the creepy screams of Banshee.
So, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. That is the segment of Know Your Hantu. I pronounce this at Banshee, so apparently it's Banshee.
Yeah, okay. and Banshee, not Banmi, okay? It's completely different. Not Banmi, yeah?
Completely different, okay? So, yes, apparently now people are not talking about the entity, apparently. People are talking about heights on YouTube now. I have no idea why. But, okay. Anything to talk about the Know Your Hantu, Joe?
No, I just like the I like the idea of the Banshee because it has parallels in Singapore with and Malaysia with the Pontianak.
Okay.
You know, or even though Pontianak is not screaming most of the time, she's silent and she only quacks like a duck at night, right? Whereas the Irish Banshee is often heard like with that deathly wail, and with that wail, someone dies. So yeah.
Okay. So apparently also something that I want to mention, it has been a busy month for me. So this week is the same. No Johanto is written by Le Girlfriend. Shas
Oh,
got
lama.
the did all the research, do all the writing, and then I just narrate it and put up photos and whatnot. Okay, but interesting things that I actually learned from this piece of article is at the end she actually put in there are some modern skeptics or whatever you call it believe that this is actually what do you call those people, keeners, do they call keeners, people who people who sing
whale,
or people who sing layman at funeral loudly, right? Apparently, this is also something that is in Ireland, right? I do not know this.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, do you know anything else about this?
So they pay people. It's just like, even in certain Asian cultures, right? People are paid to mourn at funerals. They're paid to scream and do a bit of a performance like, oh my God, I don't want you to die, and they're hitting their breast, and I think they have similar parallels all over the world.
Yeah. Because for me, I know this happens in Chinese culture. Because you are supposed to cry and wail at your eldest funeral, because that shows that you are good descendants lah, in a way lah. But if let's say apparently these people don't cry, and the elders wouldn't like it so much, so probably they would not live in peace. Hence, they would hire these people, professional wailers, professional criers, that they will cry and wail at the funeral.
Yeah,
and that apparently solved the issue lah. So
some cultures actually have a different perspective on this, where I know I've got many Indian friends, and a lot of them are Hindu, and at least one of them has told me it's kind of really bad to cry or wail too much at funerals, because the whole idea is that you would like the soul to make the transition to the next life, right? Whatever that you perceive that next life to be, and that if you wail and you show all that drama, you actually pull the soul and make it more earthbound. It's kind of like
okay.
It's like when you go and see a family friend off or family off, right, at the airport. If you just go like, oh, don't go, the person feels this real compulsion to stay. Whereas if you go, man, I really enjoyed our time, I missed you, we'll see you later, and then you and they go off. So the whole idea is to allow them to transition well, and that if you make too much of a scene of it, the soul actually is more earthbound. It can't move.
Okay. But then also in Chinese culture also, I've heard when you cry, your tears is not supposed to don't touch the body. If I want to wail and cry loudly, and my tears cannot touch the body, I have so many things to take care of, just mourning my death relative. So hard lah.
So many pantang, bro. Especially especially if you're peranakan. There's pantang everywhere. Can't touch this, can't drink this color cannot wear, this food cannot eat, this time must go to walao, bro. How? Too much. There's a bit of an update. From Bray Bray. So he goes, this is in relation to the story of that hunter.
Yeah.
So it's in Singapore and nearby Bukit Purmei. I don't know where that is. So unfortunately, the wife is still warded in the hospital, but she's on oxygen assistance, and the baby's heartbeat is still weak. And #prayers. So yeah, we wish them the best and hope that the baby and mom recovers well.
Oh, the wife is pregnant, is it?
The wife's pregnant. Yeah.
Oh,
The story was that
that's
she's
why
pregnant.
the
But
Penanggal is
Penanggal. Yeah.
here.
And you know what? My mom used to tell me like her her grandfather's house in Pasir Panjang in Singapore used to be on stilts, and they used to grow pineapple underneath the house.
Mm-mm.
And you know the reason why they grow pineapple, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that when the hantu penanggal goes underneath, that the entrails get snagged on the thorny parts of the entrail, so it's a protection against the hantu penanggal.
Okay. Yeah. Prayers goes out to
Yeah.
the family. Hopefully the mom, the kid, and also the husband. The husband also kesian lah kan.
Yeah, of course.
Everybody will be fine lah. Everybody will be fine. Oh, okay. Angel of Domestic Bliss here mentioned Ibans. Wow.
Have a
Angels
song.
of Domestic Bliss. Wait, I think he is Sarawakian, or he or she is Sarawakian, I think. I don't know. I'm a bad Iban. Oh, okay. Angel for Domestic Bliss is actually Iban. Yeah. Okay, so Iban, ladies and gentlemen, that is actually the Sea Dayaks of Sarawak. So Iban currently the biggest population of Dayak in Sarawak. So that is Iban for those who are asking what is Iban.
I heard people of Bidayu descent are more handsome though.
I'm not gonna put in comment for that. What you are quarter Bidayu?
No lah, it's less than less than that. Maybe 10%, 10% or even less than that lah. So it's my father's great grandfather, I think.
Your father's great grandfather.
Yeah, it's from Kampung Kuop in Sarawak.
Yeah, Kampung Kuop in Sarawak. Yeah. See,
we've talked about this before.
Yes. For those who do not know, Joe is 8.5% Sarawakian.
Maybe 1/18th lah.
1/18th
so
lah.
Imagine Malayans go, sorry for my ignorance, but what's Dayaks? So Dayaks were the indigenous people, they are the indigenous people and the original peoples of Malaysia. And some would say Singapore, but Singapore when I say Singapore, because Singapore used to be part of Malaysia, right? Part of the Malayan archipelago. So yes. They're the indigenous people.
Yes. Okay. So that will be the Know Your Hantu part. Okay. So we're going to move on to the next one. The last confession. The last confession is about disembodied hand. I believe this confession comes out not in Singapore. That's why we get Linda to narrate it. So, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the last confession, whereby we're just going to talk a little bit more about the confession and hopefully get you one last joke. Okay.
Yeah.
Elvin, take it away.
This next supernatural confession was sent in by Vega. It's entitled Disembodied Hand. My partner and I were in an online relationship for the first 6.5 months. As you'll see later, this adds a little more context to the story. I used to babysit for my dad and sister, and one night, after the kids had gone to bed, I called my partner as I usually did so that I would feel safe before I went to bed, since it was only me and the kids in at the time. My bedroom door was ajar, and facing the door was the banister to the top of the stairs, and the other bedroom was across the hall. I had the light on in the hallway since it was only midnight and I still wanted to stay up a little bit. However, I was suddenly overcome by an odd, eerie feeling, as I usually did in that particular home. My eyes turned to look at the banister, and I saw a dark hand slowly slide behind the wall. I slept with the lights on that very night. Fast forward about a couple of weeks to perhaps a month later, and me and my partner finally met. A couple of days went by, and all was well. But one night, we went downstairs to hang out, and the oven was turned on. I hadn't used the stove at all that day. I think we actually ordered delivery for dinner, and it was just us and the kids. The only thing we could think of is, sort of to rationalize what we had seen, was that the oldest child had accidentally turned it on, but he would have had to climb up the stove to do so, and we definitely would have known he had done that. It was either the next night or a couple of nights later. My partner had gone downstairs to get something to drink. The children were in bed sleeping soundly, and I was upstairs waiting for him to come back, and when he did, he told me they had seen a hand that had a wood-like texture to it that had disappeared around the corner towards the youngest room, or the playroom. We both went downstairs to see if we could find anything, and we found nothing. Both kids were in bed, and again, it was just us. The doors were locked, and it was late at night. Ever since then, I haven't stopped thinking about either of those experiences. I frequently think about the hands that we both saw and the things we both felt in that house. The hand I seen vanished fairly quickly. I wasn't sure what I saw at the time and it could have simply been a figment of my imagination. However, with both of us seeing the same exact thing and hearing stories of the things my dad has seen, I'm not sure if it was a hallucination or just my overactive imagination. It still freaks me out to this day to think about what might have been or might still be lurking in that house.
Okay. I want to ask a question here.
Okay, ask the question.
Okay, the question is, what do you call if the entity is just one hand appearing out of nowhere? It's not a joke. It's a legit question.
You mean, what is this entity?
Yeah, have you heard of an entity like this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Which is?
Hantu tangan. For those who don't know, tangan means hand, so I'm just saying hantu hand. That was my contribution, my joke contribution to tonight. Thank you very much.
Okay,
Happy
thank
Friday.
you very much. Okay. So
No, I actually haven't heard of it. But it just reminded me of Cousin It. You can remember Cousin It from Addams Family.
Oh, okay. Whereby it's the hand running around.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So what would you do if you see things like this? You don't see a long hair lady, you don't see girls in white, but you just see hands pop out of somewhere. Okay, if something happened like this to you, then you can say probably it's just my imagination, but your partner sees it too, and you don't even tell your partner about it.
Yeah, and this is what I found it very problematic from a skeptical point of view for the story, right? Because okay, you could say the partner saw it, like it sounded like a night. Perhaps it was the car, and Sonia and I would say perhaps it was the car driving past a window, and the headlights hit the branches of the trees, so it looks like a hand, on the wall. Okay, that it's plausible. It could happen. But then if the partner sees that, but not only that, says that there's color to it, it looks wooden in texture, then it becomes a little bit more difficult to explain or understand. If I were just to reach and say, alternative explanation, and I have nothing else to say about this, could it be a small animal that they are mistaking for a hand? Don't ask me what animal.
Yeah, what kind of animal that actually looks like a hand? Okay, starfish, yes, but that is underneath the sea.
Yep. Okay. You know what? I'm googling it. Animal that looks like a hand. All right, let's just see what happens.
Okay.
Let's just see what happens.
Okay, so I'm gonna read out a comment before you find something lah. Imagine Alliance here said, my take as someone who has seen disembodied body parts of spirits is that the spirit only has enough energy to manifest part of the body, or that they didn't intend to show themselves to you, and it is an accidental manifestation.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
It doesn't have enough energy to manifest the entire body. It just manifests one part, and perhaps the most useful part, right? Because what are you gonna do with an eyebrow? Nothing. People just see a floating eyebrow in the air. Like people are just gonna go, am I meant to be scared about that? But if you see a hand, that's a different story. It's handy to have a hand.
Pun intended. Okay. So spider, tarantula.
I wanted to say that just then. Ezroy Joseph, correct. Tarantula. If you have a huge spider, if in dim lighting at the right angle, potentially look like a hand. Potentially.
Yeah.
100%.
Right. Yeah, right. And also it has that wooden texture.
Again, if it's a certain kind of like lighting, why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Or maybe not even a tarantula, maybe a huge spider that is maybe like very common, or maybe that's kind of like common in that area.
Okay. Gay Norman here say huntsman in Australia.
Yeah, they can get huge, man.
Like how big?
Oh, like
Put a picture in people's head.
like bigger than the size of my hand.
Okay.
Yeah, but from memory, the huntsman's not they're poisonous to other insects and maybe very small animals, but not really human beings. Yeah, but and sometimes huntsmen's they like to like hide in shoes and stuff like that. So yeah.
Ooh. What if you wear your shoes with huntsman in it?
Take your feet out straight away, bro.
Okay, thank you, Captain Obvious. I appreciate
no,
that.
I'm serious. I'm serious. There's this thing where a lot of people who have this image of Australia as a dangerous place. They say, Aussies, each time they put their shoes on, they have to upend the shoe and knock it to see if any spiders come out. Not necessarily. I've not done that while I've lived in WA. However, you have to be very careful in WA if you live if you put your shoes outside the house, or if you live in a more with an area with a lot of bush around. Snakes can tend to want to like go into shoes and stay in there, and people have got bitten, so you got to be really careful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, Joe think that is a spider, a tarantula,
or shadow.
I like our shadow. I like the idea whereby something that has enough energy just to manifest a hand, but not don't have energy enough to actually manifest into something else. But why does the hand came out of the furniture just like that, and then after that go back in? What does it do? Trying to grab food?
Don't know.
7 months lah. That's why don't leave your food outside. See, this is why it's in the 7th thing that you should not do during 7 months.
What to do?
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, 5 more minutes. We're gonna get to our featured confession. So tonight's featured confession's title is Subtle Kind of Paranormal Encounters. Take place once every 2 years. Jeng jeng. So, ladies and gentlemen, remember to check out 11:30 show. And Joe, forget about it, Joe. Because I've not watched the confession myself, because this time around it's done by Eugene as well.
Whoop, whoop.
So we're gonna watch it together. We're gonna go there right after this in 5 minutes time. Okay, so Joe. Anything else to say about the confession? Any other comments, stories that you want to read out in Facebook or YouTube?
No, I'm actually just even more curious. I think if anyone has any more stories about like a hand or even like a part of a body that they've seen and not the whole shebang, please post it on our SC It Must Be the Hantu page, and perhaps you'll be picked up when we can read it next time.
Yeah, right. If let's say if you say, oh, I've not seen just a hand, I've seen just a feet, you can put it in also. If you say I've just seen eyebrow, you can also put it in because it'll be interesting to see a pair of eyebrow just floating around your house, right? Okay, not to say I want to see it, but
but you see, people have seen stuff like floating heads. I'm not talking about Penangal. I'm talking about just a disembodied head just floating there in space. There have been reports of that.
Right, but head, it's scary because you can actually see the face,
Yeah, and I mean it's definitely scary. Or maybe just 1 foot, just like a foot.
Yeah, walking around.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's even scarier. I don't like it. Ugh. No. I'd rather see the whole thing. I don't want to see small body parts. Just the whole thing. Give me the whole thing.
The whole thing. I don't want to see the whole thing, man. No. I don't want to see anything. Why? Okay, I don't want to see anything.
If you see a small part, right, you don't know what the rest of the other parts are doing. It's even worse, right? If you see the whole ghost, at least you know what the F it's doing.
No, I'm not going there. No, I don't want to see anything. Not even an eyebrow. I don't even want to see a pubic hair floating around my house. No. Okay.
I show you lah.
No, no. Mr. David. Oh, I don't even know how to pronounce this. How do you pronounce MYSTEDAVID?
Misty David? Where is that? Is that on Facebook?
On YouTube. Mr. David say, Kim, hope you feel better soon. Drink more warm water. Thank you
Nice.
very much.
Yeah.
Up the vitamin C as well. And then my girlfriend here. Yeah, Kim, up the vitamin C. Yes, please. Thank you. Okay.
And you didn't say Shaz also threatened me before? Is it she threatened me?
Miss E. Oh, Miss E. David.
Miss E.
Saying Miss E. Okay. So somebody is asking for one more joke. The donation just now only stopped at the joke. So what?
Yeah. No,
we should do a SC joke night, is it? Then we tell jokes, and then after that the coffee money will come. That's it, is it? We don't have to tell stories. Tell stories, no coffee. Jokes.
Joke or story.
Okay lah. The dirty one tonight lah. The dirty one tonight before we say our goodbye lah. Before we go to the feature confession, okay? Promise me, you guys will go to the feature confession, okay? So the dirty jokes for tonight is. I can see you putting your hand over your face.
It's already happened. Yeah.
Okay, Joe.
Yes.
Yeah. Why did the gay man get fired from sperm bank, from working at a sperm bank?
Because he's trying to samples.
Because he was caught drinking on job.
Oh my god. Kim. All right, Kim, I got one for you.
Yeah. Wow. Okay.
How do you make a pool table laugh?
How do you make a pool table laugh?
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Tickle its balls.
Okay.
Yeah.
Joe, I think we can say our
You can
goodbye
play
now.
it again, bro.
Yeah. It's good lah. Okay. So God. Oh God. Thank you guys. Okay. This is the time where you buy us coffee lah. So
as much coffee as you can lah.
www.buymeacoffee.com/SC Friday Live. Okay, so Joe, say your goodbye while I put our website in.
Thank you.
I want to ask for more coffee.
Yeah, ask for more coffees. Thank you very much, guys, again for joining us tonight. And thank you on behalf of Eugene, of Sonia, and of Alvin for spending your time here with us. As I always say, there are more questions than there are answers. The echo effect.
Now I ask you to do all the like and share lah, do all the other announcement lah. You don't do how like that?
I did what I did. Okay, I'll tell you what. No, I just forgot. The people who have given us their coffees tonight is, as I mentioned before, it has been Bray, Juby, CC Co, Joel Go, Alsatian, Adrian Chua, Joseph Tay, 1379, Someone, and Sarah Vanan. Thank you so much. My name is Joe. Thank you for joining us on a Friday night. And as I always say, there are more questions than there are answers.
All right. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for everybody that joined us. I think there's over 150, 160 at one point that tune in, join us, listening to two guys, even one with just photo and no video. You guys were tuning in, listening, talking to us. I enjoy your presence here a lot. Thank you very much.
Yes.
For those who bought us coffee, thank you as well. For those who just watch us and share this, like this, thank you very much. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Monday, this is going to be a podcast. What do you call that?
Episode.
This is going to be on Monday. And on Wednesday, we have on the Fringe. Or Tuesday, we have Ghost Mortem. Wednesday, we have on the Fringe. And also Wednesday podcast is going to be released at 10 p.m. as well. And then we will see you guys back on the next Friday night live. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kim, together with me, Joe here with just photo, signing out with, remember, I'm going to go with Eugene this time lah. You are not alone. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thanks, guys.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Good night. See you guys. Bye-bye.
What did you find?
You are listening to Supernatural Confessions.